Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Recreating. Today I'm going to show you how to make Playtime from the video game Baldi. This is the second part to the 4-part videos that I'm going to make for you guys. I'm going to make 4 characters out of Polymer Clay. This one's a little bit more difficult than what it looks. It took me a while to make all this hair detail and her eyes and her nose and all that stuff, and you guys will see on the tutorial. But it's fun to do. I love doing this stuff. So without any further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Okay guys, so as you guys could tell that this color red, it's too red, but that's what it looks like in the camera. But in real life, in person, this red isn't actually this red. It's a lot lighter than what it really looks like in the camera. So even the pants and the shoes look a lot darker than originally is in real life than what it looks like in camera. So that being said, so this part, I'm just shaping up the dress first. Trying to shape the dress and then trying to shape the arms. I noticed that I cut too straight down, and so at the bottom it flares out a little bit. So I tried adding a little bit more of clay at the bottom, so I could have an angle to it. Because originally it looked like it was coming straight down, and that's not how it looks like in the picture. So there's a little sleeve. Try to get a little sleeve going. There's a little pointy part at the top, and kept trying to cut down. And then there's a neck area. Cut her neck area off, and her right arm, which is on our left side of the screen, it's supposed to originally go all the way straight up, but I didn't make it that way at first, so I just kept adding clay to the top. That's the good thing about clay, is that you could redo it. You get a second chance to fix it and put it the way you want. So it's always forgiving. So that's why I like working with polymer clay, or any type of clay really. You could do all that stuff with. So this is me shaping her right arm on the left side of the screen. And then I kept trying to flare out the dress at the bottom. Made it a little bit skinnier than what she was supposed to be, but then at the end I ended up squeezing her together so it could look the way she does. This is me just shaping out the left arm, because her left arm started looking a little too thick than what the right arm looked like. So I kept taking away from her left arm. And then the other side of the dress also had flair to it, so I kept trying to add more clay to that side. So that's what I'm doing here. And at the bottom has a bunch of rips or wrinkles. That's what it's supposed to be, a bunch of wrinkles. So I'm gonna start doing that. Get the wrinkles off. It looks like tears, but it's not really tears. I'm assuming it's wrinkles because since she's just a 2-dimensional character, she's like just flat. I guess she's supposed to be like a piece of paper almost in the video game. So I try to make her as flat as possible. So it's supposed to be like wrinkles, like her dress is flowing to the side. I think that's what they were going with, but I don't know. So anyways, this is me molding in a khaki color with white to lighten up her skin tone. So try to get it a little bit lighter. So this technique just smash it into itself and stretch it and smash it into itself to get the colors mixed in right. So now I'm gonna try to shape her head. Her shape of her head's like a football, like Hey Arnold's head. I don't know if you guys ever seen the Hey Arnold, but that's basically what it is. It's just a football head shape, tongue twister. So yeah, that's me trying to cut it up. It's satisfying to cut clay with the X-Acto knife. I never knew how satisfying this was, but like visually it's satisfying. But the red clay, for some reason, this red clay, it sticks to everything. Like you'll see red marks and a whole bunch of the other clay, because well, first of all, it sticks to my fingers. The red sticks to my fingers, and then it sticks to the clay itself. All the other colors, you'll see that it has a little bit of dab of red in them, because the red, it stains a lot. Not even the black stains that much, and the blue doesn't stain that much. White does stain a lot too, but white isn't that big of a deal, because you could just blend the white with every other color, and the other color will be more dominant, so it'll take over the white. So I tried shaping her arm, but I noticed it was too thick. So then I ended up just cutting it anyways. I just cut it to the shape. I tried doing it at first before I put it on, but I had to flatten it a little bit more because it was thicker than the body itself. And like I said, she's like a paper, so she has to be flat, as flat as possible. I didn't want to make her too flat either, because if I made her too flat, then she'll be fragile and she'll break when I bake her. So I didn't make her too flat. It's just me shaping up the hand. I'm still waiting on my tools from eBay. I have bought some tools, but I don't know what happened with the shipping and all kinds of nonsense, so I'm still waiting on my tools to arrive. It's been quite a while. Before I started doing this channel, I thought I was going to receive those tools, but it didn't happen that way. These tools that I'm using now is tools I had for a while. They were like sculpting, like actual gray clay or red clay, which is a lot different than polymer clay. A lot different. There's some things that are similar. The things that are similar is that you could shape them the way you want to shape, but the texture is a lot different. The way you could do more with polymer clay. Polymer clay is a lot more forgiving. You could shape something, and then if you mess up, just like rebuild it, and that's it. The only bad thing about polymer clay is that, as you guys can tell, you get the color that you want and you shape it into whatever body part you want, or whatever it is that you're creating, and you shape it by color, right? And the gray clay or the red clay, once it's dried up, then you start painting over it, because gray and red clay are exactly the same. It's just a gray tone or it's a red tone, and that's it. And then you wait until it dries up, and once it dries up, you could paint over it, which is pretty cool, which is I love doing because I love painting, and so I like that way too. But polymer clay, it's more challenging in that sense that you have to get the right color. You have to mix in the colors together to get a perfect tone that you want, and then you add it on there, and it's already colored, so you don't have to worry about painting it. But if you don't have the right colors, you can't make the things that you want, so it kind of ruins it. And when you're dealing with red or gray clay, you could just build whatever it is that you want and then paint it the way that you want. It's easier to come across, or it's a lot cheaper and it's a lot easier to come across acrylic paint than it is using polymer clay. This polymer clay, 2 ounces of polymer clay, which is not that big, guys. It's like a tiny little piece. I'll show you what a piece of polymer clay looks like. They're like almost $3 each one, and it's like a tiny bit of it, like a tiny bit. When I was trying to order it online, I thought the way that person was holding it, it looked pretty thick,
Like the piece of clay looked pretty thick. It looked like it was a whole pound of polymer clay. And so I had ordered it, and I was like, okay, I'll order it. It looks pretty good. It's pretty cheap. $10 for like I think it was like 3 or 4 colors. And so I ordered it. When it came, it was like super tiny. The tiny pieces. I was like, did I just get gypped off? I got jacked for my money. But no, it ended up being that's the way it is, because I went to Michael's and I bought more polymer clay, and yeah, it's like $3 for one of those little tiny packages, which is ridiculous, but it's fun. As you guys can see on the left leg, or the character's right leg, and on the left side of the screen, you see a little red smudge. I'm telling you, red gets everywhere. So it's me doing the shoes. The shoes, like I said, guys, look a lot lighter in real life than they do on camera. I don't know why it looks so dark on camera, but it just does. So it's me shaping the shoes. This reminded me of olive oil from Popeye and her shoes. That's what it reminded me of. She has some skinny, tiny boots. Oh, skinny, long boots, I should say. But so it's been fixing the bottom of the pants. They flare out a little bit too, and shaping up the foot, making it into the right shape. So anyways, guys, I do want to let you guys know that if you guys do subscribe and you guys leave your comment down below, you guys get to choose what I do next, which is pretty awesome. You guys could choose if you guys want whatever characters you want me to do next. Leave it in the comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Those of you who are subscribed and leave a comment down below, I'll take your suggestions. If you're not subscribed and you leave comments down below, thank you for leaving a comment, but I'm not going to use your suggestion. It's only for people who subscribe. I'm going to use your suggestions, and if you guys want me to create whatever it is, we'll take a vote, and then I'll create it with polymer clay. Or if you guys want me to do it with gray clay, I could do that too. And I'll do a few videos with gray clay, and I'll do a few videos with red clay, so I can show you guys the difference between them. How they're different, how they are the same. This is me just shaping up the other foot. The other foot kept looking a lot thicker than the left foot, so there's me making the tiny little lines for the eyes, nose, mouth, and the most difficult part of all, the hair. So there's a little smile kept, for some reason, like when you work with small parts of a polymer clay, it tends to stick to your fingers more than the clay itself for some odd reason. So when I tried doing these little pieces, it kept sticking to my fingers more than anything else. So this thing was so difficult to make. Like, it wouldn't stick to the clay. It would stick to my fingers more than anything else. So me shaping the nose, reshaping it to the size that I want. It looked too skinny, so I kept moving it a little bit to the side and to where I wanted it, and cut it, and that looks like it. I thought it looked like it, so I went with that. Now this is the most difficult part of it all. This is so hard to make. Kept having to cut each little piece off and lay it down while it's getting stuck to my fingers, or while it's getting stuck to everything else except where it's supposed to go. So me reshaping it. See how it keeps getting stuck to me instead of the clay itself. And then it got stuck to the clay where I didn't want it to get stuck. So yeah, you could only imagine how hard this was. see all those little black pieces that I had to take off because they kept smearing all over the place because they were stuck on my finger, and then when I tried laying them down, they wouldn't go down and they'll just get stuck in my finger. So when I lay another piece down, it'll get stuck at a place where I didn't want it to get stuck, if that makes any sense. See how it keeps getting stuck to my finger? I had to move this one over. Put that one. So this is Playtime as Baldi. This is a Baldi Playtime. So yeah, the eyes came out okay. I thought they were good. Then I started doing the jump rope. She had a bunch of like little lines on her hands. I guess there was a jump rope, the handles for the jump rope. So let's do the other side. Oh, look at that hand. And got in the way. So this is the hair, which I hated so much to do. I kept having to roll black clay over and over and over and over again until I got enough clay to do a whole hair, which took forever. It doesn't, like, if you look at it now, it doesn't look like it's a lot, but this is forwarding it. I'm forwarding it. The video is going 3 times its speed, so you could only imagine how long it took me to actually do this. So I just got, for some reason the camera had cut and I was doing her hair, and so that's why you got that big old cut scene where her hair grew right away. So it kept stretching out, and then she did have some brown hair in it too. I noticed that she had brown hair locked into with the black hair, but I didn't want to go that far and put even that much detail into it. I was satisfied with just doing this part of the hair. And the last part is the jump rope. She has a little jump rope. And I get the right size, shape it the way I wanted it to be shaped, just like that. And she's ready for the oven. Bake for 25 minutes at 230 degrees Fahrenheit.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that little tutorial on how to make Playtime from the video game Baldi. Come play with me. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to hit that thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, become a creator by hitting the subscribe button. You guys will be a creator of this channel, in the sense that you guys are going to have a say of what am I going to build next out of polymer clay. You guys can leave a comment down below to tell me what you guys want to see next. There is 2 more videos I'm going to do out of the Baldi's Basics and Education series. There's 2 more characters. If you guys could get those characters, leave a comment down below. Who knows, you might get it right, you might get it wrong. But there is 2 more characters. There is 2 more videos I'm going to make for you guys out of the Baldi's Basics and Education. And if you guys do subscribe, guess what? You guys will see me on the next one. Peace.